Hey Bethlehem, this is Pastor Paul. This past Sunday, we continued on with our sermon series entitled Thankful, as we have examined how we can give thanksgiving to God. We realize that Thanksgiving, true Thanksgiving, is more than just a feeling that we have. It's more than just feeling grateful for all the blessings that God has given to us. True Thanksgiving flows out into our actions, into the things that we do, the choices that we make. And so what we've talked about is that our thanksgiving is seen in our worship of God, giving Him praise and thanks. We've seen that thanksgiving is seen in our proclamation of God, of sharing the gospel, of telling other people about what God has done for us. And this week, what we notice is that doing justice, making things right, is an act of thanksgiving. Biblical justice is about making things right. It's about realizing that there are things that are wrong in this world and doing what we can, the things that are within our power, to make those things right. And we see this in a story that we all know that is found in Luke chapter 19, verses 1 through 10, the story of Zacchaeus. In this story, we have Jesus coming into Jericho, and the chief tax collector of this area is a man named Zacchaeus. Now, Zacchaeus has been charged with the task of collecting taxes, but he's not getting paid by the Roman Empire to collect these taxes. Rather, he's been commissioned to collect the tax, and the money that he needs to live on, he gets by charging more. And by this, Zacchaeus has become a very wealthy man. Jesus comes through town. He seeks Zacchaeus out. Zacchaeus wants to just see Jesus, but Jesus seeks him out, says, hey, I'm going to come to your house. And we don't know the details of this meeting. The text doesn't say, but something dramatic changes within Zacchaeus. And this is what he says to Jesus. I will give half my wealth to the poor, Lord, and if I have cheated people on their taxes, I will give them back 4 times as much. Whatever happened here, Zacchaeus now wants to make things right. He sees himself living in wealth, living in luxury, and he sees all these people around him living in poverty, barely making ends meet, barely having enough to survive. And so he says, hey, I'm going to give half my wealth to the poor. I'm going to do what I can to make things right, to bring some justice into this world. And if I've cheated people, hey, I'm going to pay them back 4 times as much. He has decided that he has within his power to do something to make things right. And when we are thankful for what God has blessed us with, we will realize that those blessings aren't just for us to use, to consume, but they're given to us so that we can bless the world around us, that we can do something to make this world a better place, to make things right, to make things easier for other people. And so the big idea this week is that making things right is an act of thanksgiving. Making things right is an act of thanksgiving. When we do works of justice, when we do works of mercy and of compassion, that is saying thank you to God for what He has blessed us with. And so our challenge continues to be each day identify 3 blessings that God has given to you and spend some time in prayer thanking Him for blessing your life. Hey Bethlehem, I thank you for being part of our Christian community. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will see you on Sunday. God bless.